Fantasy Philosophers is brought to you by fantasy-info.com.
Last year, the Seahawks defense and team struggled as Marcus Trufant had to start the season on the PUP list, and when he returned off of his back injury, he was not the same player that we've been grown accustomed to seeing in years past, as he was burned on a lot of deep balls, and so that really hurt this secondary. It just didn't give them any help once he came back, and so it's understandable, really, that they finished 30th overall against the pass. They were 26th in points given up. They gave up almost 25 points a game last year. They were average against the run, surprisingly. They were 15th overall, so that, wasn't horrible. At least they had something going there. But this defense, they definitely needed to take strides this offseason in the secondary. It looks like Marcus Trufant is they say, 100% healthy. So if he can go out and play the way that we've seen him in the past, that would be a very good thing for this defense. He can be a playmaker, and he's good starting cornerback for your team. So that's a good spot. They also went out and they got safety Earl Thomas. I think that Pete Carroll, I know Taylor Mays, the safety of USC that played with Pete, and he was really ticked off that Pete didn't go out and get him over Earl Thomas. But to me, Pete made a really good move getting Earl Thomas. I think he's a better corner. A safety. But more than that, he's definitely more pro-ready. I mean, you just look at the depth chart. Earl Thomas is a clear starter right away, and Taylor Mays, he's being moved over to free safety. He's third on the depth chart for the Niners right now in OTAs. So I think Taylor can be a good player in the end because he does seem to have some attitude problems. But for Earl, that was a good move for this team, as it should help them right away. He's got good instincts. So the secondary should be stronger this year. They're not going to be a juggernaut, but as far as an overall team, I think that is the linebacking core. Pete always had a good linebacking core at USC. Remember, he's a defensive guy, so that's that area. I think Aaron Curry will probably see better production. I know he was somewhat of a disappointment there his rookie season. While those things are encouraging, this is still a defense that you want to take advantage of, as they don't have enough talent there, and they haven't proven that they have enough talent there that you shouldn't take advantage of them. So this is definitely a team, one of those teams that, you look down on your roster and you say, ooh, who's a favorable matchup? The Seahawks are going to be a favorable matchup until they prove otherwise. I think it's probably going to take throughout this season for Pete to kind of instill what he wants to do as a defense and as a team. I don't see them being an 800 team, maybe because they have a schedule that breaks out right. I know they play the AFC West, and obviously they're in the NFC West, so there are some games in there that they can easily win. Other than that, this is a team that they're going to scuffle at times as they're growing and getting better in the system and whatnot. So look for them to be a team you can take advantage of this season in fantasy.
For more fantasy football information, go to fantasy-info.com and sign up for our free e-newsletter. Good luck in your 2010 Fantasy Football League. As an added bonus, the Fantasy Info guys will include their 5 secret tips for success in fantasy football